I'm Mo Rocca, and I'm excited to announce Season 4 of my podcast, Mobituaries. I've got a whole new bunch of stories to share with you about the most fascinating people and things who are no longer with us. From famous figures who died on the very same day, to the things I wish would die, like buffets. All that and much more. Listen to Mobituaries with Mo Rocca wherever you get your podcasts.
Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, I wanted to talk with people messing around with zoo animals, because you would think after so many, I can tell that a lot of times, when people start messing with zoo animals, I can tell that they're not watching TV shows and movies and all these different things of what happens when you mess with a zoo animal. And the thing is I'm already a scary individual, meaning I really don't be going out of my way to fool around with stuff. So when I see other people doing it, I'm like, fam, do you not understand what that animal is capable of? If that thing wanted to kill you, it would. People will go to zoos and start banging on the glass of the gorilla enclosure. I'll never forget when I seen a video where they showed a gorilla. That thing ran full speed because I don't think the gorilla fully understands what it is capable of. I'm saying if we got it where humans can already do some crazy and wild stuff, honestly, sit down and think about it. You gotta understand how strong a gorilla is, and if it really wanted to do some stuff, if it really wanted, that gorilla would sit down, think, plot out all these other different, plans. That gorilla is going to do what it can to get up out of a situation that it's in, alright? So actually, but no, the whole reason why, speaking of monkeys, the whole reason why I'm even talking about this is because there's a video trending right now. And if you want to see the video, I did a voiceover to it and stuff. But no, the video is of this orangutan grabbing a hold of this man while the orangutan was in a cage and the man was outside. And he grabbed a hold of that man's shirt and then grabbed a hold of its leg, act like it was about to bite that man's toes. And it's fam, that's why you need to leave, zoo, not even that, no, they're not even zoo animals. You need to leave these wild animals alone, because wild animals, guess why they call them wild animals? Just say one wild guess. I'll give you a hint. It is literally the first thing that you call a wild animal. They are wild. You cannot mess with a wild animal thinking nothing wild is gonna happen to you. Fam, something wild is going to happen, and I don't think you fully understand that. And a lot of times, people that be messing around with wild animals, they learn the hard way. I'll never forget, I remember when my parents, they were sitting down, they were watching that Tiger King show. And they show, because they talked on multiple things besides the Tiger King guy, and then the girl that was also a part of that. But anyways, so they showed this part where, I don't know if it was at his zoo or it was at another zoo, but anyways, I think it was a tiger. I can't even remember. But anyways, it was a wild animal of some sort. I think it was a tiger. And the girl I don't even think she was messing with the animal. I think she was just cleaning around the cage or doing something. All of a sudden, her arm is gone. Arm is gone. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, fam, leave these. That's one job that I will never take, is working at a zoo. Or working out in the wilderness or something where there's wild animals surrounding me. I'm like, if that's not a controlled puppy at PetSmart, I'm not fooling with it. But if this is some wild dog in freaking the part of Africa where wild dogs will be at. I don't even know if there are wild dogs in Africa, but I'm pretty sure there's something out there that is wild, and I ain't trying to fool with it. But I'm saying, instead of messing around with a big cat, like a lion or a tiger or a panther, some whatever animals you want to call it and things, how come I can't, mess around with a controlled house cat? You know, where it's like the cat realizes, hey, I'm in a house. These guys aren't doing wild things. This isn't a wild environment. That's a clock on the wall. Yeah, this is a house. This is some normal stuff. But unless that cat sees these trees, hearing wilderness noises, and all these other different things and whatnot, then I'm like, that's when that cat will understand and grasp the concept, hey, this is the wild. This is the wilderness. Anything goes. I could go kill an animal right now, and there's nothing that anybody will say and do. They don't got no jail out here in the wild. So, like, yeah, animals, that is their mentality. Especially a wild animal, that is their mentality. Kill, survive. And you think, like, oh, because they're at a zoo, like, fam, you guys even designed the zoo to make it look like the wild. So they're in these weird fantasies. Because I'm saying, if people will go around role playing and stuff, like going to them conventions dressed up as Spider-Man, Batman, whoever and things, and they get in character, you don't think that, because it's not like you can talk to a lion and tell it, hey, get out of character. You're a zoo lion now. You're not a wild lion. You're a zoo lion. So like you gotta act like a zoo lion and stuff. That lion is not hearing that. That lion, if you guys design his like area is like, hey, this is the jungle, this is your area, this is your scenery and stuff. That lion is going to get in character, and if he sees a person in his enclosure and they're doing some stuff, fam, he's all like, I'm hungry, all right? They're in my territory, they're in my area. I'm saying, because think about it. If you got a good meal in your house, you're not going to jump over that meal and attack it. You're not going to eat that. You're not going to devour that meal. Like, fam, like, come on now. It's like people got to be smarter than this when they're, like, fooling around with wild animals and stuff. You cannot fool with a wild animal and think that it's going to be okay. That was like that one story. And it's always like, bro, I'm telling you, it's always monkeys doing some wild stuff and things. Because I'm like, I feel like those are probably the most wildest, like, animals of all time. Like, yeah, you got where, like, lions are, like, the king of the jungle and all these other different things. But I feel like monkeys, they are wild, but they just don't display that wildness at, like, you know, all, like, aspects of the day. Like at times they just be wanting to chill and stuff. But anyways, I think everybody knows of this story of the woman that got like her face ripped off by a monkey and things. I think this story was, I'm not for certain, I could be telling it wrong, but there was two women, all right? One of them was the owner of the monkey, and the other one was a friend of the owner of the monkey. And I think it was the friend that got her face ripped off, and then the owner was all like, you know, called 911. I think it might be the other way around, where it was the owner that got attacked and it was the friend that called 911. But anyways, regardless, somebody had got attacked. Another person was calling 911. But the crazy thing about it was that you can hear the monkey in the background yelling, bruh. Yelling. I'm saying it's stuff like that where it's like, fam, he's seen trees and he's like, I am home, bruh. I am home. He's like, where is Caesar? Because this is Planet of the Apes right now. I am home. And so I know I shouldn't be cracking jokes on him, but I'm just saying, you know. But anyways, cops get there. I think the monkey ran back in the house and ran to his like little corner, but I think they ended up shooting and killing it and stuff. But I'm saying it's like, and then no, not too long ago, and this happened in an area where I exercise at. This very well could have been me. The crazy thing is that I think that morning I was going to go to the store and get me some Red Bulls, but I decided, no, I'm going to stay, go and stream and all that other stuff. So anyways, I remember that day, I think I was going to go out, but I changed my mind. Instead, I just streamed. And decided, hey, you know what? I'm going to go up to the corner store and get me some Red Bulls and stuff. So anyways, I go up there, I'm walking, and I seen the area was like blocked off. I think I talked about this not too long ago on my podcast stream, whichever. But anyways, the area was blocked off. And so I was like, well, and so here's the thing. There's this house. There was this sketchy looking house. And I'm like, it has to be that house. Ain't no way possible it's any other house. It has to be that house. And I guarantee and I promise you, there's probably some crazy stuff that was happening in that house. Honestly, I thought it was like a drug deal house or a drug deal that went wrong. I honestly was thinking like, it's going to be some crazy things, right? So anyways, I had to like walk around, go take this alternate route because I couldn't walk through. They had like that whole street area blocked off. So anyways, I'm walking around, walk back, and then sure enough, like, yeah, cops was all out in front of that house and things, and so I was like, fam, I know something happened at that house. So anyways, I'm going back home, I see a helicopter flying over that house now, and I'm like, something happened, okay? Something had happened. I go home, I look it up. This woman got attacked by 2 dogs from that house, and I guarantee it, I promise you, them dogs wasn't controlled dogs. No, those were some, like, yeah, even though, like, the area I live at is, like, a somewhat of a city area and things, but, like, it's like, fam, like, like, wild dogs. See, here's the thing. Unless you train a dog to not be wild, that dog is going to carry on his family legacy, the dog tradition of being wild. So if there ain't nothing being done, because I'm saying, like, me, it was literally put to the test with me. I remember there was this one dog I had. She ended up having puppies. Took one of the puppies in. And the puppy was like in a controlled house. We were telling it what to do, what not to do and things. Eventually it got to a point in time where it was a much more bigger dog and it was like, it was controlled. That dog, I'm telling you, it got to the point where it was like, I didn't even need to have a leash on him because he knew to stay by my side. I'll never forget where it's like, it really showed one day and I was like, it was a beautiful moment. It was like, I was like a proud like dog dad at the moment. But anyways, so I remember it was raining outside. And I think, actually, no, I think there might have been other times prior before that where I tested it out. But it was just the one time that really did stick out. But no, I remember, I think it was raining outside. And I don't think I had the leash on him. I don't think I did. But anyways, so we're outside. And we're hiding underneath this, like, part of my house and things where it's, like, you know, ain't gonna be getting covered by rain. But he's sitting there looking at me. And I'm like, go use the restroom. He goes out. He uses the restroom. He comes back. Me and this dog was so, like, we can hurry up and get out of the rain and stuff. It wasn't like anything was going to change. It's like we still got rained on. But anyways, he's running beside my legs. Like, well, he wasn't, like, full speed running. I wasn't full speed running either. So we were kind of, like, jogging a little bit. But he was by my side the whole time. By my side the whole time. And I was like, fam, I that's like a moment that I'll never forget. It's like that's like, I was like, that's beautiful right there. Meanwhile, years later, some crazy homeless people decide, oh yeah, let's let just go and acquire 2 wild dogs, don't train them, have them in like this survival atmosphere and things where it's like even the owners themselves are trying to survive. And then they go and it's like this woman, she's walking down the street minding her own business, and then all of a sudden 2 dogs just start attacking her. And I'm like, the crazy thing is like, fam, I was in the time, and at the time that it happened, that's usually the time when I'm up there. So that woman, that could have very well been me. I very well could have gotten attacked by those dogs. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, people, if you have a wild animal, teach it to not be wild. Okay, like that's just the point that I'm trying to make. But like, if you're having this animal set up in a zoo where you're putting them in this wild environment and things, he or she, whatever, they're gonna think they're in the wild. So prepare if they think that they're in this wild survival atmosphere. This is what's gonna happen. You're gonna get attacked. Because that's literally what, if you guys, I feel like a lot of zoo workers do not watch Animal Planet. You do not watch any of those shows that talks about animals in the wild. I've been watching them shows ever since I was a kid, bro. I grew up watching Steve Irwin and all those other, like, you know, animal shows where they following a lion for like 4 or 5 days and stuff. Gave it some old weird name, talking about it's like alfalfa, but really that lion in his head, he knows his name is Billy. And it's like, fam, I'm saying it's like they going around following them, to seeing him chase down gazelles, zebras, freaking elephants, giraffes, all these other. And you mean to tell me you think, oh, because if we put him in a controlled environment but make it look like his home, you think, like, come on now. Like, you're playing with that lion's head, and guess what that lion is gonna do? Guess what the orangutan is gonna do? Guess what the gorilla is gonna do? Guess what any wild animal is going to do when they see an imitation of their house? where they're all like, I'm gonna give you an imitation of what I will do in my house if I catch somebody in it. And then that's why that lady in not the Lion King, Tiger King. I'm for certain I said Tiger King. I'm for certain I said Tiger King. I know I did not say no Lion King when I was okay. But anyways, yeah, we need some Lion King animals. I think that's why I was like Lion King crossed my mind, because I'm like, nah, bruh. If these ain't no Lion King type animals, then it's like, nah, bro, we gotta leave these animals alone. But anyways. That's why that lady in Tiger King, why she got attacked and lost her arm. That's why it was, speaking of Steve Irwin, he was messing with some wild ocean animals and stuff. And look what happened. He got killed by a stingray. I'm like, what are some other... Oh, then yeah, the lady that had the pet monkey. It's like she ended up getting... It was either her or her friend that got their face ripped off. And then this situation where it was like the woman, I think they said this woman where it was like out here, where it happened out here in Washington when she got attacked by the two dogs. I think that she was dropping her kids off at school, or I think it was either that or she was out exercising. I think she was out exercising. And because it's like, it's a popular, like, I see a lot of people going up and down that street exercising. So it's a popular area to exercise. And seeing her, like, you know, or just seeing, like, because I remember I went and they had it being talked about on the news. I seen articles, and it was crazy because there's a point in time where you look, and then there was, I don't know if it was her blood or the dog's blood, but you just see this, like, this blood spot on the sidewalk from the helicopter view. So that's from the helicopter view. And I'm saying, you mean to tell, because I don't know if it was the dog, I don't know if it was the woman, but it was like the woman she got attacked pretty badly. Like, it was a crazy, crazy situation and things. Like, because I know there's, like, she had she either had or has a GoFundMe page, and it was, yeah, like, seeing, like, how her whole body was, like, pretty much bandaged up and things, because the dogs was attacking, like, all aspects of her body and stuff. So, like, yeah, I'm saying, my thing is this. If an animal is wild, like, you need to let that animal be out in the wild until it gets into a controlled environment and the animal is controlled. But if that animal is not controlled, fam, expect some wild things to happen, alright? So, anyways, yeah, and that being said, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on the podcast sharing service, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. Make sure you subscribe to one of my 43 YouTube channels. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and Instagram at TMossBoss. And make sure you follow my Facebook page at TMossBoss fan page. Also, if you're purchasing any tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. It will knock $20 off for your first purchase. And then that being said, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.